I know a lot of you are super excited about 2025 and how you're going to crush YouTube in 2025. And I believe you. I think you're going to do it. But I think this video is going to help you out a whole lot because I know there's probably a ton of confusion going on in your brain, what you should do, what steps you should take to actually crush YouTube on 2025. And if you're not thinking about those things, it's time to start thinking about those things, because having the mindset of, oh, on January 1st, I'm just going to start grinding YouTube. And then you start grinding YouTube, but you have no sense of direction. You have no actual plan to execute on. You're just going to get lost. You're going to post videos for a month or two, and then you're just going to fizzle out like the rest of the population. I also wouldn't recommend you waiting to start until January 1st. Like, just get started now. If you know you're going to start on YouTube, why not start now? You're just wasting 2 weeks. It's December 15th right now. You're wasting 2 weeks that you could have been started and just get a head start on everybody else who is starting on January 1st. But anyway, I want to give you a step-by-step plan, literally show you which phases. We're going to go through 5 different phases in this video, and it should be your exact 5 phases. If you don't know who I am, I'm actually going to pull up a few of my YouTube channels. I've helped a ton of people. I've worked with a ton of top YouTubers. If you want to know a few of the names, names like Russell Brand is one, Benny Johnson, Charlie Kirk we've worked with as well. A ton of names in the political space. That's kind of where I came from, and that's where a lot of my channels are as well. But I've helped a ton of people grow from 0 to 10K, 20K, even 50, 60K a month on YouTube who are in the political space and outside of the political space. Here's a few of my channels just so you can see. Let me pull up the revenue numbers. So here is one right there. Just let it focus. So 13K getting paid out in a week or so, and then already $10,800 made this month. And like I said, it's December 15th at this current moment. We got this channel, and I have a bunch of channels that are making, 2.5 to 5K and then 7K. Some, it kind of just goes back and forth like that. What I've noticed is a lot of these YouTube channels, they cap out at around 10, 15K a month. And then once you get to that point and you keep hitting that mark over and over again, you should probably go start a second channel. There's 4.6K. I don't want to spend the entire video just showing you the channels. I've worked with a ton of the top people in the political space, and I've helped a ton of people inside the political space and outside grow from 0 to 10K, 20K, 30K, 40K, 50K. You get the picture. Let's get into the actual plan for you to absolutely crush YouTube in 2025. But like I said, start now. If you're planning to start in 2025, just get started now. I'm going to pull out my handy dandy iPad here and we'll get it rocking. So like I said, divide this up into 5 phases for you. Phase number 1 is going to be, and if you watched my YouTube channel for a while, you probably can guess, it's going to be master the viral 5. A ton of people on YouTube for faceless YouTube channels, on Instagram for faceless YouTube channels, all of the gurus out there, they sell you this dream that is false. If you believe the dream that the gurus are telling you about faceless YouTube and YouTube automation, all this stuff, you are going to fail miserably. You're going to waste a bunch of money buying their courses, buying their coaching programs, because they lie to you. I will not lie to you. I go to war for my clients, and I make sure that what they pay me for, they get in return. And even you're not paying me in money, but you're paying me in time by watching this video. I want to make 100% sure that you are being lied to by all of these gurus out there that tell you you do not have to master the viral 5. If anybody ever tells you that you don't need to master how to do YouTube yourself, you don't need to master thumbnail creation, editing, video topic selection, all of that stuff, everything that goes into YouTube, titling, descriptions, keywords, all that stuff, you need to master it yourself. And if anybody ever tells you that you don't need to master that yourself, red flags need to pop up in your brain. You need to run far away from that person, because they are making their money off of selling courses, selling coaching programs. That's what a lot of these people don't tell you. They show you these screenshots like I just showed you, like the revenue numbers. By the way, the most that I spend on YouTube in a month, maybe $3,500 on freelancers and people to make content, help me make content. You saw those revenue numbers, like 17K in the last 28 days on just one channel. So that's 14K profit from one channel. And I have 5 or 6 that are actively running right now, making anywhere between 2.5 to 17K in the last 28 days. So you get the picture. It's about 50, 60K per month from me, from the YouTube platform. All these other guys, they'll show you screenshots that are similar, but what they don't tell you is that they're either break even or they're in the red on those channels, and they just want to use that money, those screenshots, to post them on Instagram so that you go buy their coaching programs where they make all of their money from. So they're going to lie to you and sell you the dream. Oh yeah, you can just not know anything about YouTube, go pay these Indians on Fiverr, and then they just make viral content for you. You make a ton of money on YouTube just like me, guys. Am I right? Like, that's not how it works, dude. That's why so many people join these coaching programs and they crash and burn, they fail, and they feel like they got scammed, because they kind of did, you know, they got lied to for sure. They got sold a dream and they bought it. It's too good to be true. It is. This is why I tell you that you need to master the Viral 5 yourself if you actually want to make it on YouTube. Make consistent 10, 20, 30K months. Master the Viral 5. If you don't know what the Viral 5 is, titles, topics, thumbnails, timing, and then the last one is tenacity. Topics is the topic selection. You have to be really good at selecting topics, obviously. Titles, number 2, be good at, you know, producing viral video YouTube titles. Thumbnails, obviously, self-explanatory. Be good at creating thumbnails yourself before you go outsource it to other people. That way you know when you're getting overcharged, when you're getting underdelivered, you don't get scammed by the Fiverr thumbnail artist. And then you have timing. Timing is probably the most important one. It's leveraging current events and trends to make your videos go viral and get an influx of viewership in the very beginning of posting the video. Last one is tenacity. YouTube is a hard game. It's a mentally difficult game. There's always ups and downs. I've been doing YouTube full time for, I don't know, 2-3 years now, making a really good amount of money. And there's still tough times for me on YouTube. There's still times where the revenue numbers are down and it never feels good. No matter how many times it's been down and bounced back up, I know in the back of my head it's coming back because it always has. And even if I have to start from zero, I can do that because I've done it before. I've gotten my main channel banned for no reason, had to start from zero, and I did it. And then I got that original channel back, so it all worked out for the better. But even if I had to do it from zero, I know I could, and I have that mental resolve. Guess what? It's still a difficult game. Whenever numbers are down, it's so mentally difficult. You have to have tenacity. You have to be able to keep going through the tough times. If you want to master the Viral 5, I've done a ton of videos on all of those topics on this channel. Go check those out. Don't have time for them in this video because we're looking at big picture plan that you need to execute going into 2025 for YouTube. So that is phase 1. Phase number 2 is going to be monetization. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, monetization, that's just getting 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers, right? Yeah, that is getting monetized, but that's not what I mean at all by phase number 2. Phase number 2 is monetization, talking about placing your ads on your YouTube videos in a specific way that I've discussed on this channel before. Don't have time for this, but maximizing the amount of monetization that you have. We have a specific way, a very specific way that's taught within my program on how to place ads on videos to get the most amount of money from each video, to get your RPM up the most amount. And we've picked this up. We've picked up so many different things from working with all the top people in the political space, the Russell Brands, Charlie Kirks, Benny Johnsons, those types of people, that we learned this stuff from those guys. And it's just so much value that we've learned from working with them over the years. That's one of those main things where if you place your ads on your videos in a certain way, a certain pattern, you get your RPM to jump up a ton, which is maximizing the amount of money while minimizing the amount of work for your YouTube channel. Not just that though, you also want to start monetizing it in other ways. You want to figure out what is best for your niche, which is difficult to do if you don't have somebody who has the experience. You know, I'm not going to lie. A lot of my clients, they probably would have made the wrong decision if I wasn't there and have seen people make these decisions right and wrong so many times and be able to guide them in the right direction. You can start monetizing. If you want to be an actual personality, you can start doing some live streams. If you don't want to be a personality, start selling some merchandise. It could be, you have to figure out what your audience wants. So it could be cup holders, it could be ice chests, it could just be t-shirts. You have to sell some kind of merchandise. Or if they don't want merchandise, maybe they want a Patreon, maybe they want to see a little bit behind the scenes. Maybe you're a reaction channel and you do movie and TV show reactions, and they want to see the uncut reactions on Patreon because you can't post that on YouTube for copyright reasons. You can post it over on Patreon or, you know, whatever. Maybe you have YouTube memberships. You have to find other ways to monetize it. We also connect our clients with advertisers. If they want to put ads on their videos, we have, you know, an entire agency that we connect with, you know, advertisers to put ads on our clients' videos. So that's a huge way of monetizing, you know, getting actual advertisers, getting actual sponsors for your channel. That's massive. You need to know how to do all of these things. You need to figure out how to do all of these things in phase 2. Once you've mastered the Viral 5, you're seeing significant growth. You're getting a good amount of money coming in from just organic YouTube growth, organic YouTube views. It's time to figure out some other ways to monetize on that channel. That includes increasing the RPM by simply placing the ads in a specific pattern. That includes selling merchandise, selling membership, selling access to yourself in some sort of way. Any of those ways. And also includes sponsorships and advertisers who, you know, go ahead and you either contact them through email, or if you work with us, we can go ahead and just contact them for you, bring them into your channel, whatever you want to do. Find other ways to monetize your YouTube channel. Phase number 3 is probably the most important and most difficult part. It's so overlooked by so many people because, once again, you're sold this dream that's just so easy. You just have to know nothing about YouTube. You go on Fiverr, you hire a couple Indians, and they just take your channel to the moon. It's like, it's not how it works, man. Building a team is so difficult. It's so hard to find good team members. It's so hard to keep good team members around, because if they're a really good team member, they're probably just going to go do the thing themselves. If these Indians on Fiverr could really take you to the moon and take you to 10, 20, 30K a month without you knowing anything, why wouldn't they be there themselves? I guarantee you they wouldn't be selling $5 thumbnails on Fiverr if they could do that for themselves, which they can't because they don't know the Viral 5. They don't know these systems. Building teams and systems is what's going to take you to the next level. If you want, like I said, these YouTube channels, they cap out around 10 to 15K a month, with some outliers going up to 25K a month. And then I have a couple of friends who, they make hundreds of thousands of dollars from one channel. That's outliers, right? You don't want to bank on an exception to the rule. I'm talking about the normal channels. They normally cap out 10, 15K a month and then jump to 25 at the max every few months. So if you want to get up to the point where you're making 50, 60, 70, 100K a month, which you will, you're going to want to make that much. I know you're probably watching this and you're like, man, I'd be completely happy with 10K a month. Trust me, you're going to get to 10K a month and you're going to want to make 20, 30, 40, 50. Like I said the same thing. 10K a month was my end all be all number. I hit 10K a month. I felt nothing. I was like, all right, what's next? Let's go to 20. And then 30, 40, 50, 60. You're going to do the same thing. That's just how it works. And if you're not doing the same thing, you're just going to fall off. You need to keep raising your standards. But going back to building teams and systems, it is so difficult. I've been so lucky, so blessed to be able to build a team that I have of like genuine good people. Like, I don't say that you have to be Christian or anything to join my coaching program, but everybody on my team, I've just attracted because of who I am, just good Christian people who have a diehard passion of helping people. And it's amazing. They're also ultra talented. Like the thumbnail artists that we have, ultra talented. The video editors that we have, ultra talented, but they're also really good people. And that's the key. You have to be able to build a team where they're buying into something bigger than themselves, but they also see growth potential. So like if you're hiring a salesperson, if they're actually good at sales, if they're really good at sales, they're not going to want to be a salesperson forever. They're going to want to become a head of sales later on and then, become a sales trainer or whatever. You have to show them that growth is there. So like when you're hiring a thumbnail artist, you can't just be like, yeah, man, you're just going to make my thumbnails for $30 a thumbnail for the rest of your life. They're going to leave if they're actually good. The way that you keep them around is they have to buy into something bigger than themselves. So like my team is like, we're all Christians. It's a really cool atmosphere to be in. We're all Christian. We're all passionate about helping people and changing people's lives. It's the best feeling ever. So when we're all buying into something bigger than ourselves, and then I also tell them, hey, there is massive room for growth for you here. If you're a thumbnail artist of mine, you could potentially, if you learn the ins and outs of this stuff, you could be a partner of mine on one of my future YouTube channels. Or whenever we have, a larger team of thumbnail artists, you can be the head artist and you could train the new guys coming in whenever this operation gets big enough to where that's the case. You have to future project, and then also, like I said, have them buy into something bigger. Or if you want to just skip all that stuff because it's very, very difficult, and I've been super blessed to have the artist and the team that I have right now. If you don't want to do that, we can just go ahead and implement my team into your channel and just get it done that way. If you're interested in that, you can go ahead and book a call with the link in the description. We can see if you'd be a good fit for all that stuff. Phase number 4, though, moving on from building teams and systems, which, like I said, if you want to actually scale past 10, 20K a month, you need a team, you need a system. You don't want to be a one-man show forever, because then you're making a bunch of money, but you have no free time. And time is much more valuable than money. Said it a million times, you can find $5 on the ground. You can't find 5 minutes. So time is much more valuable than money. Make money, get some active income coming in, some good revenue generated from your channel, and then you want to buy back your time with teams and systems, which is very difficult to do, but I can go ahead and do it for you if you want. Scale number 4, or phase number 4, is scale to the moon. So use these teams and systems to just scale and scale and scale. And what I mean by scale, it's not just dollars coming in. It's obviously you need to put the inputs in to get the dollars out. The inputs that I mean by scaling to the moon is the volume of videos that you're posting, as well as the volume of channels that you have. Like I said, they max out around 10 to 15K a month. If you find yourself hitting a ceiling every month of 10 to 15K, stop posting more videos on that channel and go ahead and just start a new channel and get that one up to 10, 15K a month. What I've realized, especially in the political niche, is if you're not a personality, if you're a faceless channel, which all of my channels are, if you're a faceless channel, 2 videos a day is kind of the cap. After that, it's diminishing returns, and you should probably just start a second channel and post 2 videos a day on that one. So if your personality in that niche, it's more like 7-8 videos a day where you max out. That's where people like Benny Johnson and Russell Brand of the quartering, that's where they come in. But if you're a faceless channel, it's kind of like 2 videos a day is kind of the max, and then diminishing returns after that. I don't want to go into why, but there is a reason why. But we don't have to go into that in this video. So what you want to do is scale volume of videos and then volume of channels as well. And I kind of forgot to mention this back in phase 1, but through this entire process of you growing on YouTube in 2025 and beyond, you should be focused on volume, 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 volume. You should pick niches that have the ability for you to post a ton of volume. And I can't list, like, there's hundreds of niches that you can go into. I can't list them off. I know you're going to probably ask me in the comments, like, what niche do you recommend? There's so many. Like, I would have to talk to you and say, like, what are your interests? What are you interested in? What will you be interested in posting on? And we could figure it out that way. I can't just give you a general answer. There's hundreds of niches where you could post multiple videos a day. You just got to be smart enough and experienced enough to go out and find them. It's not easy, but it's simple to do once you understand the process and understand what works and what doesn't. You need to be focused on volume the entire time, because let me draw you a quick little illustration. It won't be long. Let me just demonstrate exactly what I'm talking about and why it's so much better to focus on volume rather than like quality. So quantity over quality. So this line between these people over on the left and the target, that line, let's say that that's a wall. That wall is in the path of you going viral. This target over here is you going viral. Okay. Now this wall is in the way. We have to figure out how to get through that hole in the middle right here. That's how you go viral. We have to get through that hole. Okay. So we have person number 1 up here at the top. We have person number 2 at the bottom. Person number 1 has the mindset that I'm going to make the absolute best video, and I'm going to post 1 video a week. It's going to be the best video ever, super highly edited. It's going to be 45 minutes long, the best narration, the best script, 0 stutters. It's going to be the best topic that I could possibly come up with, best thumbnail, everything. Spending all week making this 1 video. Person number 2 is posting 2 videos a day. So person number 2, we go shotgun, 2 videos a day, boom, boom. He posts, let's say, for 6 weeks. So that would be 12 videos. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It all hitting the wall. He just can't figure out how to get through that wall. And then boom, let's say on number 8, he finally goes viral. So it took him 8 videos to go viral, okay? Now let's say person number 1, it also takes him 8 videos to go viral. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom, he finally made it through on number 8. Okay, so person number 2, they went viral in 8 videos. Person number 1, they went viral in 8 videos. So it should be the same, right? But person number 2 has a way better mindset around it. They have that volume negates luck mindset, which everyone who is on YouTube should have. If you have that mindset, so he posted 8 videos, took him 4 weeks. Person number 1 posted 8 videos, but it took him 8 weeks. It took him double the time to get the same exact result, to figure out the same exact thing that it took person number 2 only 4 weeks to understand. And most likely it's not going to be like that. It's not going to be taking you double the amount of time. It's probably going to be 3 to 5 times longer than person who has the shotgun mindset, the volume negates luck mindset. Volume needs to be in your brain constantly when you're on YouTube and trying to grow. Now we're moving on to phase number 5 after phase number 4, which is scale to the moon. Once again, volume, when in terms of videos, volume in terms of channels, have your team assist you in scaling those things up and pumping out a ton, and then iterate on the feedback that you get. That's super important. We're not just doing volume for the sake of volume. We're doing volume for the sake of getting inputs into our brain so that we see the output, and then we iterate on the future inputs based on the output that we get. We want to get those inputs coming in as fast as possible, because your brain is a super powerful machine, but it needs the proper inputs to be able to figure out the proper output that you need to grow your YouTube channel. Phase number 5, let's get into it. Enjoy life. Now, at this point, you're going to be at you built a team, you mastered the viral 5, you figure out how to monetize your channel to the max, you did all of this stuff. You're going to at least be making 20, 25K a month at this point after phase number 5. After you master the viral 5 yourself, you mastered monetization for your channel, you built out the teams and systems. Now you have a really great team that's not just trying to make money, trying to get paid every week or every 2 weeks. They're working towards something bigger than themselves. Now you have phase number 4 where you scale that up to the moon. You're pumping out a ton of volume, a ton of videos, a ton of channels, generating you this revenue. Now you're at a point where you're generating a bunch of revenue, but you have a team built out, so you don't have to do much. That's the point where I'm at right now. And like, to be honest, I don't have to work that much every day because I have a team that's dialed in, working their ass off. So I don't have to anymore. I kind of just oversee the big picture, the philosophy of the whole thing. And then I'm good. I'm chilling. I maybe work like 2 hours a day, you know? And I'm kind of getting back into the mode now where I'm like getting the itch. Like I want to start grinding again. That's why I'm making videos like this one, because I'm just getting the itch to get back into the grind. I don't want to be working 2 hours a day. I feel lazy. I want to get back. I love this stuff, man. I love building things. It's the best. So you can enjoy life though. Like if you saw on my Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram, it should be linked in the description. If it's not, it's JSTN does YouTube. But I've been posting a lot of videos of me fishing. You know, I bought a fishing kayak. I'm going to buy a boat probably tomorrow. And, you know, I've always liked fishing growing up a lot. But I just haven't had time the last few years. I've been building this stuff. And I've turned down everything. You know, I've turned down, you know, a ton of relationships. And, you know, with family, with girls, like all that stuff. It's just been turned down. I didn't have time. Now I kind of have time, and I'm spending a lot more time with family. I'm spending a lot more time doing things that I enjoy, like fishing. Like, you know, I'm going to go probably trade in my Mustang. I love that Mustang, but I'm going to go buy a TRX and trade in the Mustang because I want to go do redneck stuff. I want to go shoot guns. I want to bring my dog everywhere and go fishing. I can't haul a boat with a Mustang, you know, and that's stuff that I actually want to do. And also I get to, you know, take my friends out to fancy dinners who they don't have that much money, and I get to have them experience that stuff and just go pay the bill. And I get to, you know, get my family like nice Christmas presents, stuff like that. You know, you just get to enjoy life, and you don't have to spend that much time every day on YouTube. Now, I'm not going to lie. There's going to be days where things go wrong. You know, your team member, maybe they get sick, or maybe they're not performing how they should, or maybe you got to fire somebody. Like it's not always sunshine and rainbows, but it's a whole lot better than working a 9-to-5 job. I can tell you that right now. And it's a whole lot better than you doing everything yourself on YouTube, making 10K a month, working 10 hours a day. It's not worth it, man. You might as well just go get a job at that point. You need to learn how to build systems. You need to learn how to scale these systems up, monetize your channel to the max, master the viral 5 yourself. And then phase number 5, you get to sit back and enjoy life, enjoy the fruits of your labor, enjoy that money coming in. Now, what timeline are we looking at for this? I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm not going to sell you the dream like everybody else. Be completely honest. So if you're doing this yourself, which I did, you know, I watched a lot of YouTubers like you're watching right now explain to me how to do it, but then I figured it out myself. I had to go execute on the things myself instead of having someone there to, you know, hold my hand. I didn't know coaching programs existed. I didn't know mentorships existed. If I did, I would be way further along than I am right now. And you know, I'm constantly buying new mentors and new coaches, but I didn't know it existed. So I did all of it myself. You know, learning, like I said, watching videos like you are right now, but doing it all, executing it all myself. And it took me 3 to 5 years, and it'll probably take you around the same. That's what I've noticed with a lot of people. And be honest, you know, be honest with yourself and look around at the average population. Do you think most people would really stick it out for 3 straight years, grinding away, making $0, getting 20 views to 100 views a video? Do you really think people are sticking around and doing that for 3 straight years, especially posting multiple videos a day? The answer is no, they're not doing it. But what I recommend to you, and even if it's not me, if you don't trust me, then don't pay me money. It's okay. But I would recommend that you go find a mentor that you actually trust, that is not selling you the dream of you can just go pay Indians on Fiverr and you don't have to do any work. You don't have to learn anything. Go find somebody that you actually trust. Pay them to teach you how to do this, how to hold your hand through the entire process so that you can get this done in 3 to 6 months. If you can get to phase 5 in under 6 months, easy. People inside of my program get to phase 5 in 3.5 months, 4 months. You can get to phase 5, enjoy life. You know, I did an interview with Chris. If you haven't gone check that out, go check it out. Chris is literally, he joined and within 3 months he was making 15K, and he just hovers at around 20K a month from his one channel. And that's all he wants to make. He doesn't want to make any more. He actually did start a second channel that's already making like 5K a month. So making good money. And he literally makes YouTube videos from the beach. Like, I'm not even joking. He brings his stuff to the beach and makes YouTube videos from the beach. Did that all in under 5 months. You know, he's now approaching 5 months inside of the program, and he's been doing that for a couple of months now. So you can do it easily. You just have to have somebody there that has the experience, that's been through the trial and error, that's been through the tough times, that's gotten channels taken away from them completely and then built it back up from scratch. You can't you can't skip that. You can't, there's no cheat code. There's no shortcut around getting that experience. The only shortcut that exists in life is finding people who have already had the experience and then just paying them to teach it to you, to give you the experience yourself. That's the only way to do it. So if you want to do that, if you're interested in joining my coaching program, then the links for all that's in the description to book a call. Shoot me a DM on Instagram, whatever you want to do. Just let me know that you're ready to jump on a call. We can see if you'd be a good fit and get you rolling. If you end up being a good fit to join, we'll get you rolling. We'll get you started on phase 1 and then just fast track you through phase 5 so you can get to the enjoy life part as fast as possible, because that's where we all want to be, right? Hopefully this helped you out. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd appreciate if you left a like, and let me know in the comments if you enjoy stuff like this, more big picture stuff. Let me know what you thought about this, and I hope to see you guys on the next video.